Hey guys, Hailey Lain aka Key Black here, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Cuff, the first episode of 2024. And we're starting it off with Yu-Gi-Oh! So happy New Year, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic start to it, and we're gonna dive right back into Yu-Gi-Oh! With a chapter called Let's Find Love. I have mentioned before that I am a shameless veteran Revolution and Peach shipper. Bonus points if you know what those terms mean, because that is very specific. But I just love the love triangle, like, awkward situation between Anzu and the two Yugis. Yugi's got a crush on Anzu, Anzu's got a crush on the other Yugi Yugi's like, why am I in the middle of this? This chapter is absolutely one of the ones that totally fueled that for me. This one actually has a pretty simple premise. It's kind of a return to the very formulaic bad guy of the week. You know, each chapter has a new individual game invented for it. Only this time, the other Yugi is not a secret at all to Yugi and his friends. And in fact, When the mean teacher Tsuruoka confiscates the keychain love tester game that Anzu gives to Yugi as a gift at the beginning of the chapter, the other Yugi comes blaring out in the middle of school to challenge the teacher to a game. So like I said, it's one of the sillier chapters. The whole thing starts out, of course, with a kind of a reminder to the reader that both Yugis are kind of obsessed with games in every element. Yugi starts the day by playing concentration with his socks. He's then kind of disappointed when Anzu gives him a love tester and it's not actually a little handheld video game. But then he gets even cuter and sadder when he's depressed that when they test out, Anzu kind of jokingly suggests, hey Yugi, we should see if we're compatible. And you know, the bell from the little game doesn't chime, so Yugi's like, aw, does this mean we're not compatible? But Anzu has this hilariously serious face while Yugi's all bummed out. It's like, oh my god, I know exactly what that girl's thinking. And then she smiles at Yugi and it's like, yeah, I'm sure they'll beep next time, Yugi, cheer up. I'm sure it will next time, Anzu! But at any rate, when the other Yugi challenges Tsuruoka to a game, it's basically that he's got 1 hour to find where Tsuruoka's gonna hide that love tester game in the school grounds. And of course, if Yugi loses, he's expelled. So it's like, really? These stakes, dude. When he's not betting his life, he's betting something else that's really important. Shinochi and Honda are helping Yugi out. It's kind of this hilarious setup of we, the boys, are on the case. And Anzu's following the other Yugi around as he's searching for this thing high and low with this absolutely adorable, shy demeanor that's a far cry from how confident she usually is. I absolutely projected on Anzu hard reading this for the first time, and I still kind of do. It's like, yeah, this girl's got it bad. I know exactly how she felt. At some point during the search, Anzu remembers how the love testers work and that perhaps hers might be of some use to the other Yugi, so she very shyly offers it to him. It's like, girl! And the other Yugi's like, Anzu, this is just what I needed, thank you. And she blushes like mad. I swear, it's the cutest thing, like, Anzu, I am rooting for you. So the other Yugi, now armed with Anzu's keychain love tester thing, again, the way these things work is that when two people who have these things are in close proximity, they press their buttons, and if they're compatible, it's supposed to make a chiming bell sound. Yugi, flanked by the two baddest boys in Domino High School, barges into Tsuruoka's teacher room. Tsuruoka's, of course, like, you guys can't be in here, and Yugi goes, yeah, you just confirmed my suspicions. The love tester's in this room. He's like, I thought long and hard about if I were in your position, what would I do? First, I would take advantage and abuse the teacher privileges that I have and place the love tester game in a place that students aren't allowed to go. I suspect, Mr. Tsuruoka, that the game is on your person. He then holds up Anzu's love tester, and Anzu's like, please, let the bell ring. Let me hear the sound that says our thoughts are as one. And he presses the button, and of course, beep, 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 beep. Cue me reading this for the first time, kicking my feet happily like a schoolgirl. The sound's coming from Tsuruoka's head, so Shinochi and Honda tackle the teacher and like knock off what turns out to be his wig, and the pocket game is inside of his wig. So of course, with 5 seconds to spare, always with a flair for the dramatic Yugi, we dem boys have successfully retrieved the pocket game that Anzu gave to Yugi. And as the other Yugi hands back Anzu's pocket little love tester back to her, she goes, the other Yugi. Whenever I see you, I'll hear the sound of that bell again, in my heart. Anzu is like the cutest character in this entire series. And there's a couple more chapters where this is played front and center before the main plot of the series kicks back in. And again, they're like my favorite little drops of candy, little highlights in the setup for the series. I totally feel Anzu whenever she's blushing hard at the other Yugi. It's like, yeah, girl, I had it bad growing up for him too. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there, guys. Thanks so much for listening and for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Off the Cuff. Once again, Happy New Year, and I'll see you then.